Howdy, howdy, howdy. My name's Anashi Sasuke. Welcome to the Dragon Age Keep. Now, there's a bit of background information for me to explain why I've decided to bring you guys with me for this. There's so much background information that I might actually have to list this as a blog instead of being entertainment, because it is probably not going to be entertaining for one. But here's the dealio. So I've been playing Dragon Age Origins the last couple of weeks because I could. It was on the Xbox Game Pass thingamajigger, and I'd never beat the Archdemon, so I decided to do it. And partway through doing it was like, wait a minute, if I'm going to play Inquisition, I need to figure out how I need to handle all of that, because I still need to buy DLC for Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, and I'd rather not when I can play Dragon Age Inquisition for free. It feels dumb to buy DLC for those games if it's not even going to matter. So, when I went to go try to add my Xbox account to my EA account, I found out I couldn't do it. So I had to reach out to EA's support, and they said that I had a separate account, but would not tell me what their reasoning was. So after like 45 minutes going back and forth wondering why they wouldn't let me in, and then finding out that it was because I was locked out by a Yahoo email address that doesn't even exist anymore, they asked me for my IP address, and then they asked me for the last 4 digits of my credit card and my phone number and my age and my address. And I'm like, you know what, EA? I don't feel like y'all need that information from me because you've never had that information before. So, since I couldn't get into the Dragon Age Keep, I decided to play Inquisition using the default world state. But the default world state sucks. The default world state sucks hard. The default world state of Dragon Age Inquisition ignores everything I've done in Dragon Age Origins so far. And it's so bad. It's so bad. But my EA account does already have my PlayStation stuff on it. So I decided, no, I didn't decide this. Before I decided, I was checking my emails while I was in the bathroom and saw that GameStop was doing a 4 for $20 on games that are $10. And Dragon Age Inquisition is $10 for the PlayStation. So I decided to walk there, up the most treacherous street to walk on in my neighborhood, after a snowstorm. Three snowstorms. There have been 3 snowstorms in the last 2 weeks, and they didn't clean the sidewalk, and I walked there in that, on a street that already destroys shoes in the summer. I hurt myself, but I got the game. So here we are, to do the Dragon Age Keep, so that I can play that when I'm done with this video. Because I figure, after all the nonsense I went through to get to this point, I might as well make a video out of it so y'all can suffer with me. So, who's the hero? Not that person. I don't know who that is. No, not the tapestry. Not the tapestry. World states. I don't give a goddamn about your tapestry. Your tapestry is bullshit. I want to make my thing. So let's go make it. Okay, so. How do we do this? I would like to modify it. Load in the keep. Edit in tapestry. There we go. Okay, so load in the keep. Edit. I'm sorry about all the mouse clicking noises. Hopefully the microphone, since I set it up to block that, is blocking that. No, I do not approve that hero. Get out of my face. Nope. Nope. They're not Dalish. They're a city elf rogue who was a lady. That hero. And her name was Kalija. Or Kalila. Yeah. The hero of Ferelden grew up in Denerum's impoverished elven alienage. A bitter clash with a Denerim noble during the hero's wedding resulted in the hero facing arrest by the city guards. The Grey Warden, Commander Duncan, recruited the hero, saving her from a certain death sentence. Now, I don't know if y'all have played Dragon Age Origins, but the way that this actually went down So not only is this going to be a blog, I'm also not going to be monetizing it because I don't know how to go about monetizing what I'm about to say. So what happened is, you're getting ready to have your wedding that your character didn't even really want to have, and they decided that the humans were gonna come in and be like, hey, we want some whores for our party. Let's take these elven women, including your character's implied sister. They said friend, but they live together, so I assumed sister. So I have to fight my way to go save the ladies. They kill my fiance, and I get there right after they finished raping my character's sister, so that dude got beheaded. Everything in his house was just gone. I went full Anakin on that dude. Can I change how they look? I can change how they look. I don't have an image for you. That's weird that you would even ask me that. But my elf was just a redhead with the default face. It's fine. Okay. Cool. So that's my hero. Okay, so we got the hero. Now we gotta get to the... Okay, we got the gender is female. The race is elf. The class was rogue. The origin was city elf. There it is. Approve this hero. They did not die fighting the archdemon. Alive and well. Choose this answer. Okay, cool. Okay, back to the tapestry. Awesome, they're alive. Companions. So, if I want Alistair to be the king, I can't. And if I'm a lady, I don't think I'm allowed to romance. I was going to romance Liliana. I did recruit the dog. I was going to execute Logain because he... Actually, you know what? You know what? No, the Warden was going to do it because my Warden was from the Elven alienage, and Logain had that place raised, so goodbye, you. Let's see. I persuaded her. I did recruit Sten, yes I did. I would have returned the sword. I think in my original playthrough I did return the sword. I would have obviously recruited Ogren. Why would I not recruit Ogren? That's dumb. Recruited Severin, alive. Recruited Wynn, alive and well. Alistair did not die. Get out of here. Alistair is the king. Alistair's the king. What happened to the Warden at the end of the Dragon Age? They are alive. This choice had dependencies on other choices. In order for you to make your world state valid, we must adjust the following world choices. How come he can't be king if I'm still alive? That's stupid. That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. Why would my Warden have to die for Alistair to become the king? That's stupid. Ugh. Bioware, I fucking hate you. We were not lovers. Man, the keep sucks. Wynn is fine, Leon is fine. I did get the Grimoire. Well, I don't know. I was never actually able to beat Flemeth. And I don't think I was gonna. So I guess I just have to say I didn't get it. And I was going to actually have Morgan do that. Oh my god! Ah! This doesn't make any sense! Alistair can't be the king if the Warden's still alive, but Alistair can't have the baby if the Warden died? That is... I don't want to have to be a guy. I want my person to be a lady elf. Logain is dead. This is so bad! I do not understand why the Warden has to die for Alistair to become the king. That doesn't make any sense. I also don't understand why the Warden has to live for Alistair to be the one to have caused the demon baby. So if Alistair's the king, I have to die. If I want there to be a baby, Alistair can't be king. I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense at all. It just don't. It just don't. I want Alistair to be the king, but it was already going to be weird. When I found out that the baby thing was dependent on me being a guy or the Alistair thing, I still don't understand how that factors into... I don't get how I need to have survived the Archdemon for Alistair to do that, and I don't get why him becoming the king requires me to die. That doesn't make any sense at all. Because everyone's alive, Sten got the sword, Wynn is alive, everybody's fine, except for me, because apparently if I want Alistair to be king, I have to die. So, I guess it's just, well, I didn't get that DLC because apparently it wasn't going to mean shit. Okay, Nature of the Beast. Let's see, brokered peace. The werewolves were cured of their decades-long curse, and the Dalish joined the Warden's fight against the Blight. Swayed by the pleas of the Lady of the Forest, the Warden eliminated the Dalish and gained... No! The Warden eliminated the werewolf threat, forging an alliance with the Dalish. I would probably have wanted to cure the werewolves, but the character I was trying to play... I feel like the character I was trying to play would have killed the werewolves because of the werewolves messing with the elves. Even though I, as a person, would have wanted to try to broker peace, I don't think Kalila would have brokered peace. So there's no werewolves. They're gone. Let's see. Did the Warden tell Arthas about the fate of his wife, Denilah? Never learned the truth? Told the truth. She was a wife. She was a werewolf. She's dead now. The Ironbark was never returned to the Dalish. The Warden returned a sizable portion to the Elven Crafter. I would probably have tried to do that. Didn't encounter... Let's see. How did the Warden handle Cammon's broken heart? Focusing on the Blight, the Warden did not stay to take time to play matchmaker. The Warden's intervention ensured the young couple did not get together. The Warden played matchmaker, bringing the young couple together. I think that, on the one hand, my character at the beginning was supposed to get married and didn't really want to do it, and kept making jokes about trying to get out of it, but then their person got killed. So I feel that if they were confronted with two elves who had a fight and might not get married but still can, that they would want to help them since they didn't get that choice. So I'm going to say that I brought them together. Now, who's Alora? Did not resolve the illness. What's the illness? Eventually recovered. The Halla had to be put down. Well, I don't know what that is, but I feel like I should probably try to help. It sounds like none of these answers are actually going to matter. How did the Warden deal with Dagon in the Brazilian forest? Did not encounter. Carried the unconscious elf back to his people. Eliminated the elven scout. Probably would return him to the camp if he's a Dalish elf. That sounds like the thing to do. Oh yes, the prologue. I did cure the Mobari Hound. I never even saw this guy. Let's see. Left to his fate. Eliminated the prisoner. Acquired the guard's lunch and passed it to the prisoner. Convinced the guard to share his lunch with the prisoner. Brokered a deal. And stole the key, leaving the man to his fate. I never even saw this guy, so I guess I left him to his fate. Never even saw him. Sorry, dude. I didn't even know about you. Let's see. Broken Circle. I supported the mages. Yes, all three of these things are what happened for me. I helped the mages. I saved Irving, and I did not agree with Colin. Okay, so that's all well and dandy. Denerim. Sir Landry. Sir Landry, who survived the Blight. No, he's still alive. I was able to talk him out of his madness. Did the Warden tell Ban Sigurd about finding Oswin in Arl Hal's torture room? I didn't get that far, so I probably would have told him. Did not bring the scroll to Sister Justine. Isn't Sister Justine... Let's see. The lost verses were not recovered. Delighted to find a true antiquity, Sister Justine gleefully took the scrolls to study. I would have tried. Because even though I was attempting to play this character as what her background would have implied she'd be, I did not want to be a horrible person. I was trying to do as many side quests as I could do. I didn't complete the crime wave because I didn't feel that I had the skills yet. I was going to go back for it, but it felt kind of squicky. The gentlemen were encouraged to leave. The pearls suffered the... Let's see. Yeah, I got them out. Didn't handle the Crimson Ores. I handled them too. Handled the Crimson Ores. I didn't kill them though. I threatened them and they were like, nyeh. Didn't give Alfstana her brother's Emineric ring. I never even saw this lady. Though racked with Bilirium withdrawal, sent proof of his survival to his sister via the Warden. I have no idea who you're talking about, so I'm sorry. Did not return the amulet. Let's see. I would have done that if she's in the alienage. I would have totally done that. Didn't complete Master Ignacio's assassination. I started him. The Warden earned access to a special stock of goods by earning their favor. I was absolutely going to do them. Once I found out that I could. I did indeed encounter Goldana. I helped. She was a bitch, but I still helped. The Warden Liliana did not encounter... Or did she have her killed or let her go? I have no idea who that is. I have absolutely no idea who that is. What does it want me to have done? It looks like it said just didn't encounter her at all. I guess I'll say I didn't encounter her at all since I have no idea who that is. Okay, so that's Denerim done. The Battle of... Nope, the Arl. Challenge completed. Customized 3. I'm not done. I did help Redcliffe. What did the Warden do to help Caitlin find her brother Bevan? The Warden found Bevan and claimed a powerful heirloom sword. Let's see. I didn't find a sword. I didn't buy the sword. I didn't even know about the sword. I just was like, your sister was worried. You should go back. I didn't even scare him. I just was like, calmly told him his sister was upset and he should go help. I did help Redcliffe prepare. I did not find her. Escaped the castle with the Warden's help, fleeing to her father in the village. I never found her! I searched, I really did, but I never found her. And he was super upset, and I feel like he might have killed himself. And that would suck. I also saved Connor. Get out of here. Isolde is also alive. She did not sacrifice herself because I saved her. I have no idea who this is. The tavern waitress. I never went back to her, so I don't know who that is. But I'm going to say that she took ownership of the tavern, so I guess something must have happened to the dude after all. Where does that leave us? The Battle of Denerim. I didn't do the urn yet. That's the mission I was actually on my way to go do. The Urn of Sacred Ashes was defiled. The Urn of Sacred Ashes was not defiled. I'm pretty sure I can't save the Arl if the urn is defiled. So I'm going to say I did not poison the urn. Right, the Landsmeet. Alistair rules. Alistair and Honora rule. Alistair and the Warden rule. Honora rules. Honora and the Warden rule. I'm going to say that Alistair and Honora rule. Okay, cool, I'm allowed to do that. Great, great, great. Fuck you. Okay, so the Warden kills the Archdemon, and then dies. So that Alistair could be king, even though that makes no sense. What happened to the Architect? If the Architect is who I think it is, I'm pretty sure I have to let them live. But it says they died. Who are these people? Did Ogren reunite with his child in Felsey? Why would I not help them? I would absolutely help them. Ogren is great. Get out of here. I'm going to let you go ahead and say I killed the Architect since I have no idea who that is. But I feel like I should have helped the people. I don't know why you keep insisting I did not help the people. I know there was a war on, but get out of here. Also, it looks like I can't go through the Alluvium because the Warden died. Let's see. I did not stab Morgan because she's supposed to be in the game. Get out of here. Okay, so that's the witch hunt. Warden's Keep. Both Sophia and Avernus Parish gain the power of blood. Did the Warden drink Avernus' alchemical concoction? No. Both Sophia and Avernus perished. Were they both bad people? So Slade Sophia and Avernus continued research. Slade Sophia allowed Avernus ethical research. So are they both not doing good research? If he's doing ethical research, I guess he can live. I don't even have that DLC, so I don't know what it could have been about. And Stone Prisoner we did get. We got Shale. Both of them are alive. Shale's recruited. Okay. I think that does it for Origins. Now, unlike Origins, I know absolutely nothing about Dragon Age 2. Nothing. Nothing. So. Garrett. As a mage. I probably would have played a lady again, and they would have been a warrior, so, yeah. I don't know what I would have named you. No, yes I do. I probably would have named you my go-to name. I would have named you Serena Hawk, because that sounds badass. Warrior Lady. The daughter of Malcolm Hawke and Leandria Arnell. Amble? Mary... Serena has lived in many places throughout Ferelden. Her father and younger sister, Bethany, were apostate mages, thus the family was constantly on the move. 10 years ago, the family settled in the village of Lothering. Oh, that sucks for them. The Lothering bad. I can change that. I can change the name. There we go. Wow, that's my name. Don't wear it out. Okay, cool. Choose this hero. Diplomatic, what does that mean? What was their personality? Generally kinda interested in the welfare of those around her. Typically relied on humor to diffuse tense situations, and let's be humorous. Okay, back to Dragon Age 2. Act 1. Fought against the Templars. Well, if I had family members that were, let's see. Templars, get out of here. Go on, get. Who's Kelder? Likely saving lives. Okay, let's go with the saving lives. Also, oh, I'm all in Act 1. Martin's cargo never recovered. After receiving his goods, small illicit shop in the Hangman. I could go for an illicit shop. Didn't return Semaeus to the Viscount. The Hawk did not seek out Semaeus. Semaeus was rescued not from the Kunari, but from the mercenary group determined to hold him hostage. Sure, let's save people. If people can be saved and should be saved, they will be saved, damn it! Guineas died at Hawk's hand after forcing a conflict rather than have any competition for the reward for Samuel's return. Never came into conflict with the mercenary leader. Okay, go away. Be gone, Danzig! While searching for Fenriel, Hawk and company killed the slaver, yes. Okay, did not look for Ghislaine's wife. Let's see, did not look. Learned she had died, spared the nobleman. She did. I'm sorry, she did. Didn't solve the mystery of the missing miners. I would totally have solved the mystery of the missing miners. I might go back and play the game anyway. I want to solve mysteries. Mysteries are fun. Blackmailed, sir. Is he a good dude or is he a bad dude? Used the apostate daughter against the Templar. Yeah, I should probably keep the secret, because I also had family members that were apostates. Aduna killed. Aduna, the exotic wonder from the east, died from the breaking of her compulsion. Or did not die from the breaking of compulsion. I don't know what her compulsion is. Did her compulsion do something? She seems to be imprisoned, whatever it is, so I guess. Oh wait, it will tell me. Who is she? Aduna was a blood mage involved in the plot to corrupt Kirkwall's Templar recruits. Maybe we don't let her live then. Sent Fenriel to the Dalish. To the circle. I would. Fenrir was an alienage elf who had powerful but untrained magical abilities. After his mother contacted the Circle of Magi for help in managing the magic, he ran away from the alienage. Let's not have more apostates than we need, because then the Templars are just going to be like, ooga booga, let's stab him. Karen Reed said it with the Templars. I said Templars. A group of mages was kidnapping Templar recruits, attempting to corrupt them and returning them to sow dissension among the Templar ranks, among those taken. Maybe having a mage in the Templars would actually, like, get them to calm their shit. Defendant Ketojan from the Kunari. Why are the Kunari attacking? Okay, defend. I don't know why they're attacking. Who's Karis? Chose not to kill Karis and his group of Templars. Aided by Sir Thrask, killed the Templars. Okay. A Templar leading a hunt for a group of escaped apostates from the Circle in Starkhaven, he encountered Hawk in the Wounded Coast. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so I have to not fight him if I convince them to leave. Fine, he's alive. If I convince them to leave, then that makes sense. Unlike a lot of the choices from the first game, that makes sense. Okay, companion time! Let's see, no one romanced. Anders. Isabella. Meryl. And Sebastian. I feel like I would have either gone for Fenris or Isabella, because I thought Anders was I thought Anders was gay, and I'm playing as a lady. I thought Anders was gay, or am I thinking of somebody else? I'm gonna go for Fenris because he needs hugs. What did it say? The escaped Tevinter slave Fenris captured Hawk's heart, thankfully not in his usual manner. Ha ha! Okay, so Fenris. Friends with Varric. Rivals with Varric. Yeah, we bros. Also, her friend. After Templars and Kirkwall discovered her magic, Bethany was taken to the Circle. She no longer had to hide, which was a relief to her. After contracting the Blight in the Deep Roads... No! No! Okay, no more hiding. But you don't gotta become a Grey Warden. Carver died leaving the Otherum. Became a Templar, became a Grey Warden. Okay, you can become a Grey Warden. I don't... What? The only difference you're making... Oh, I have to be a mage. That's stupid. Okay, cool. He only gets to... Oh, fine. Okay, fine. He's gone. Bye, Carver. Bertrand killed. After his descent into madness, Bertrand did not survive the events in Kirkwall. Bertrand will never be the same, but he survived his descent into madness. Let's make sure he's not crazy. If they can be saved, they will be saved. Bethany did not die. Bethany died. Bethany did not live to see the war. Okay, Bethany did not die. Helped Varric discover cause of haunting. Yeah. Varric did not keep the... Varric had a master enchanter process the fragment, ultimately destroying it. Varric kept it on the hopes that the fragment would be too small to affect him. Nope, 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 nope. Yes, I would have recruited Isabella. Fenris is alive. Isabella returned to Hawk after stealing the book. Left for good, didn't recruit. Plagued by her conscience and likely against her better judgment, Isabella returned the tome to Hawk and the... No, I feel like it will be in... For what little I know about Isabella, I think she would not come back. Isabel was not turned over to the Eris shock, resulting in a violent conflict. She eventually escaped the Kunari, but Isabel's imprisonment resulted in a peaceful resolution to the Kunari uprising in Kirkwall. I'm not sure if that happened before or after she took the book. Offered to leave in peace. Let's see. Meryl stayed with Hawk. After being expelled from her clan and moving to Kirkwall, Meryl lent her considerable magical skills to Hawk's cause. Sure. Gil Meryl, you're alive and fine. Let's see, what did he do? No amount of explanation could convince Hawk that Anders was in the right. What did he do? Anders is a mage possessed by a spirit of justice. He set up the events leading to the destruction of Kirkwall's chantry, declaring it necessary to catalyze the brewing struggle between mages and Templars. Or, Hawk backed the actions, perhaps moved by the mage's claims that such things were inevitable. No! If I'm trying to save my apostate family, there's no way that I would want to do something like that. After the mage admitted his guilt, Hawk executed him on the spot. Anders survived his admission. Okay, Anders is still alive. Did Meryl destroy the Illuvium? Meryl refused to abandon the mirror after spending so much time restoring it. The Illuvium lay in shards when Meryl finished the cursed thing destroyed. She seems super proud of it. Did not marry Donick. Let's see, what was this about? Aveline, a fellow Ferelden refugee along with Hawk, rose to prominence in the Kirkwall City Guard. She developed feelings for Donick, a fellow guard. They proved very happy, granting her as the stress of her work increased. That sounds nice. Prove true friends. Yeah, let's just have Hawk have as many friends as possible, since his brother got murked. Is she the one who kills the clan? After Hawk and Meryl kill the abomination that Marathari has become, the clan may attack them in retaliation. After we do what? So it sounds like I have no choice but to kill the person, but that doesn't mean all the rest of her family and friends have to die too. Didn't recruit Sebastian? We need as many allies as possible. And it doesn't look like you're going to stop me, so... Who's Talus? The two parted on amicable terms. Talus was an elven agent of the Kunari Ben Hasrath. Her Kunari loyalties made her life and perspectives quite different than those of the champions. Fundamentally disagreed about her ultimate objective and how it related to the Kunari. I don't know. Let's say we never met the lady. Didn't kiss Talus. Well, if I never met her. Romancing Kunari spies is rarely the wisest thing a champion can do. Wow, nothing serious could come of it in the short term. The attraction was real. No. No. Oh, this was all just companion stuff. Okay. Prologue. The smugglers provided Hawk with valuable connections while securing her access to... Let's see, the mercenaries true to their word and the sponsorship secured. Let's go with the smugglers. And that brings us to Act 2 and then 3. Killed Gasgard. Who's Gasgard? While ultimately not responsible for the disappearances, Gasgard's method for protecting them were unsavory. Gasgard lived on, eventually leaving Kirkwall. Gasgard was a Norwegian noble named Gasgard claimed he was trying to investigate a series of disappearances of women around Kirkwall. If he was doing weird shit to the women, then yeah, no. Goodbye, Gasgard. Did you side against the Kunari? Refuse to aid the Templar's plan to disrupt their fragile peace. That sounds about right. Who's Petrus? Received no aid from Hawk and her plans to vilify the Kunari blame the death of the Viscount son of the Kunari. If I was trying to get the Kunari to leave peacefully, why would I do all that nonsense? Didn't discover looter of Hubert's caravans. We would totally have discovered the looter of the caravans. Yevon? How did Hawk help Yevon find his sons in the deep roads? Rescued at the expense of Marin's life. Marin was rescued from the Darkspawn, pursuing those brothers perished as a result. Well, it sounds like the father only wanted the one brother anyway. Let's see. Javaris. Javaris had been framed for the theft of the Gatlock, but Hawk still held him responsible for the events that led to Kirkwall's situation worsening. Did not survive. Allowed them to leave, turning her attention to the true thief. I would have tried to find the true thief. So, yeah. Let's see. Lieutenant who? Lieutenant Holly with the raiders on the cliffs. Did not run into this particular standoff. Abandoned the raiders. Broke off before the attack was complete, leaving the guardsmen to their struggle. Worked with the Kirkwall defenders to eliminate the raiders. Rather than risk the guards, simply attack the entrenched raiders. That sounds fair. Freed and left for the... let's see. After recovering from his ordeal in the Fade, Verminrod vowed to master his abilities, leaving for the Deventer Empire to study the mages there. With the magisters there, or... made tranquil. No! Or awoke not entirely himself as a result of his time in the Fade. Okay, let's not turn anybody into tranquils, because that's messed up. Did Hawk kill the Arashok? A mighty foe, but triumphed in the end. Hawk resolved the Kunari, assaulted the city peacefully, and withdrew. Is that possible? It looks like that's possible. Okay, no weird disconnects. Alright. I would have thought something was going to happen come of that. Didn't help Nuncio find the assassin. Nuncio and the Crows had no need of the assistance. I would offer to help because of my time with the Antivan Crows in the first game. Did not encounter Zevron. Didn't let Zevron go. Hawk didn't turn Zevron over to Nuncio. Zevron returned the favor by supporting the champion in the final battle. Yeah, alright, sure. Would that be metagaming? I don't know if metagaming counts in video games. Who did Hawk hand the conspirators over to? Orsino, allowing the first enchanter to deal with them away from the Templar eyes. Or the conspirators of Meredith, confirming the Knight Commander's fears. Nope, we're not gonna be confirming nothing to nobody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. So, did Hawk find and rescue Nathaniel from the deep roads? Perished unaware of the troubles of Kirkwall. Did not encounter. I would say we saved him. I would certainly have tried. Apparently I can't. Evidently I can only save the brother if I never found that guy? Okay. I did not encounter... Okay, never mind. I guess I have to have just had him die. I don't understand how that's a thing. All these other weird choices have been fine, but that's the one that can't work? This random dude has to die for that. Okay. Whatever. We're reunited. Let's see. How did Hawk decide to help Uncle Gamlin? I want to reunite the family. I don't want to break up the... Is it even my uncle? I don't want to break up the family over a glowing rock. What did Hawk do with Emily? Judging the young mage as harmless, allowed them to go free, returned to the circle, perhaps a bit more world-wise for his experiences. Emile de Lange, was a foppish noble from an Orlesian family, escaped the circle and promptly accused of practicing blood magic. Yeah, I mean, if you're a foppish noble that escaped the circle and they're like, hey, blood magic, maybe go back to the circle. Don't do it again. Sided with the mages. Here's Kieran. Free Kieran from the mages, let him go. He left the Templar Order. Let's see, who is Kieran? A group of mages was kidnapping Templar recruits, attempted to corrupt them. Another one? Let's see, unable to trust Kieran, eliminated Templar recruit. Rejoined the Temples under Knight Captain Cullen's discretion. Cullen? Isn't he the dude who wanted to kill all the mages? No. No. Absolutely not. Didn't kill the dragon at Bone Pit? Hold up, what? Hubert, an Orlesian businessman, asked for the champion's help in reopening the mine once known as the Bone Pit, which disturbed the nesting ground of a high dragon. I mean, unless the dragon was a nice dragon, dragon be gone. Okay, so, that would bring us on into Inquisition, and I'm not going to just start changing stuff about the world state of Inquisition. I can do that in the game, can't I? Yeah, I think that's probably it. I don't know how long I thought this was going to take, but it simultaneously feels like it took less and more time than I was expecting. So, that's it for messing around on the Dragon Age Keep. I'm gonna go input this into my game and see how that goes. If anybody wants to know how this goes for me, let me know in the comments. I'm not really expecting this video to get looked at, like, at all. But, whatever. So, this has been Anachi Sasuke. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe would be groovy. If you didn't, I understand. But also, you don't need to do either one of those things. If you want to click the bell, you can do that as well so that you're notified of future uploads. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Later. Hey, so I know I literally just did my outro, but I forgot that one of the points of all this is that there's a video that you can watch when you're done making it. So...
If you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life, Darkspawns search endlessly for an archdemon. When they find one, Darkspawn armies surge up from their corrupt barrows beneath the ground, and a blight begins. Grey Wardens are the only warriors capable of destroying an archdemon, and history always honors the one who sacrifices all to kill the beast. In the Fifth Blight, the Warden was the hero of Ferelden. An elf raised in the Denerim's close-knit, impoverished alienage. The unlikely hero joined in a fight for elven rights, drawing the wrath of Denerim's nobility. Duncan, a Grey Warden, pressed the young elf into the Warden's service to escape. The allied Ferelden and Grey Warden forces met in Ostagar, where King Kaelin's armies and a host of Wardens gathered, ready to destroy the Darkspawn. But valor turned to despair as Loghain betrayed his king. Kaelin's forces were slaughtered, and the South was lost. The hero, now a full-fledged Grey Warden, survived with the aid of Flemeth, the mysterious witch of the wilds. Joined by Flemeth's daughter, Morrigan, and a Grey Warden named Alistair, the hero set out to build an army strong enough to abolish the Blight. With the traitorous Loghain now seated on Ferelden's throne, the Warden sought help from the influential Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. However, they arrived in Redcliffe to find the town under siege. As each night, undead rose in waves and assailed the battered village. With the hero's help, the people of Redcliffe stood fast against the undead horde. The Wardens reached Arl Eamon's castle only to find the Arl lying at the edge of death, and his court fallen into madness. To save his father's life, Eamon's young son, Connor, had made a deal with a demon, and quickly fallen victim to its possession. The hero intervened, freeing Connor from possession and breaking the demon's hold over Redcliffe. But deals with demons are never straightforward. The demon agreed only to save Eamon's life, not restore him to health. Arl Eamon needed a miracle to recover. The hero located an urn containing the sacred ashes of Andraste, which were said to cure any ailment. The urn was protected by ancient traps, tests of will, and a dragon-worshipping cult that wanted to twist the urn's power to its own ends. The urn remained pure, but mysteriously disappeared after the Wardens departed. Only the temple dedicated to it still stands. With a pinch of the ashes, the hero restored the Arl to health. Informed of Loghain's treachery, Eamon swore his political and military support. The circles of Magi are bound by oath to aid the Grey Wardens in times of blight. However, Lake Calenhat's tower could offer little help. One of its mages, Uldred, had become possessed by a pride demon and was twisting other circle mages into abominations. The hero fought to the top of the tower and defeated Uldred, saving the remaining mages. Grateful for their lives, the mages joined the Warden's army. The allies gained at the Circle were not the only soldiers to join the Warden's forces, however. Dalish elves don't usually make alliances, but even deep hatred can be set aside in the face of oblivion. An ancient curse was destroying Ferelden's largest Dalish clans, turning the elves into werewolves. Zathrian, the clan's keeper, claimed that the cure required the heart of the great wolf, Witherfang. Years before, Zathrain himself had afflicted a group of humans with the curse that now ravaged his clan. As long as he lived, the curse endured. The hero eliminated the werewolves and forged an alliance with the Dalish, who immediately joined the Warden's army. Blights may happen hundreds of years apart, but the dwarves who live below the surface of Thedas fight Darkspawn every day. No one is better schooled in battling Darkspawn than the warriors of Orzammar, except perhaps their allies of old, the Grey Wardens. The hero arrived in Orzammar in the wake of King Endrin's death to find political factions fighting for control of the Dwarven capital. Only the vote of a venerated paragon could break the deadlock to elect a ruler, and order the dwarves to honor their Grey Warden treaty and join the battle against the new Blight. The hero set off to find a paragon named Branka, who had disappeared into the deep roads in search of a legendary artifact, the Anvil of the Void, created by the renowned smith Caridin to forge mighty war golems. The hero helped Caridin destroy the Anvil of the Void, along with the dark secrets that could trap a living soul inside a mechanical construct. The hero emerged from the deep roads with a master-forged crown to bestow the Paragon's favor upon whichever rival candidate would be crowned king. Balin, the youngest son of King Endrin, who was suspected of foul play, or Haramont, the aging traditionalist backed by the Dwarven Assembly. Balin followed his father to the throne. He leads with a ruthless but progressive hand, seeking to re-establish ties to the surface kingdoms. With Jordan's strength now bolstering the Warden's army, the hero had to deal with Loghain so Ferelden could stand unified against the Darkspawn before the Blight swallowed the world. The kingdom of Ferelden stood divided. While some nobles supported Loghain's regency, others condemned his inaction against the Darkspawn. Civil war brewed, and Arl Eamon called a landsmeet in hopes of curtailing the conflict and removing Loghain from the throne. Loghain was found guilty of treason, and the hero carried out his execution in Denerim's palace. As the Warden's united army massed in Redcliffe, the Darkspawn overran Denerim, laying siege to Ferelden's capital city. The hero's army fought valiantly through Denerim and broke the Darkspawn siege. On Fort Dracon's highest tower, the hero's strongest allies fought alongside the Warden in a final heroic battle against the massive Archdemon. The hero of Ferelden paid the ultimate price, the life of a Grey Warden given to kill the Archdemon and end the Blight. With no Archdemon to lead them, the Darkspawn scattered. Most fled underground, still teeming in number and always seeking a new Archdemon to awaken. The shattered kingdom of Ferelden embarked on a long journey to recovery. In the Blight's aftermath, strong leadership was crucial. Alistair, King Caelin's half-brother, and Queen Enora, Caelin's widow and daughter of Loghain, joined in a political union. Together, they ushered Ferelden into a new era. Ferelden still stands, as obstinate and resolute as the Dog Lords ever are, but the events of the Fifth Blight loom over it as the nation rebuilds. For people across Thedas, legends of the hero of Ferelden remain the nation's brightest beacons of hope during its darkest times. It all began in Kirkwall, the fall of Knight Commander Meredith, the Kunari Uprising, and of course, the Chantry's destruction and the onset of Mage Rebellion. One person always stood amidst the swirling chaos: Hawke, the champion of Kirkwall. The Hawke family fled Lothering, refugees from the Blight. Leandra, mother of the champion, and siblings Bethany and Carver hoped to find refuge at her family's estate in Kirkwall, far to the north. While Hawke had no magical abilities, the champion was at the heart of events that ultimately led to the Mage Rebellion. The Hawks escaped the Blight with the help of Aveline Valen, a warrior and family friend. It's said that the family was also aided by Flemeth, the notorious Witch of the Wilds. Hawke's brother, Carver, never reached the Free Marches. He was killed by Darkspawn while protecting his family. The family's first years in Kirkwall were difficult. Leandra's brother Gamlin had lost the family fortune. The Hawks lived in poverty, forced to indenture themselves in return for entrance to the city. To pay off the debt, Hawke was forced to work for a gang of smugglers. All the while, Hawke and Bethany did their best to hide Bethany's magic from the Templars. Opportunity eventually struck in the form of a dwarf named Bartrand Tethras, who was planning an expedition to the Deep Roads. It was a long shot, but with gold gained from the expedition, Hawke could free the family from its criminal creditors and further Templar scrutiny. Hawke met a rogue Grey Warden named Anders, who possessed detailed maps of the deep roads. These maps were crucial to the expedition's success. Once Hawk obtained them, everything else fell quickly into place. Afraid to lose another sibling, Hawk insisted that Bethany stay in Kirkwall rather than accompany the expedition. Hawk did find ancient dwarven treasure, but the group also stumbled upon a statuette formed from a strange red lyrium. Upon returning to the surface, Hawk found Templars taking Bethany away. Her magic had been discovered. She joined a mage circle soon after. The gold Hawk recovered from the deep roads brought back Leandra's stately childhood home in Hightown. The Hawks had barely settled into their new home when Leandra was murdered. A deeply sinister and twisted killing. Hawk hunted down Quentin, the blood mage responsible, but could not prevent Leandra's death. Leandra's tragic death was part of a critical problem facing Kirkwall. Rising tension between the city's mages, who felt increasingly oppressed, and Templars, who grew increasingly suspicious of their activities. Adding to the strain, a large contingent of Kunari had also established themselves in Kirkwall, much to the growing discomfort of the city's rulers. After their dreadnought was shipwrecked many years before, a group of stranded Kunari were allowed to remain in a cordoned-off area in Lowtown. As time passed, the Kunari made no effort to return home, and offered no explanation about why they remained. Tensions rose to a breaking point. Revered Mother Patrice, convinced the Kunari were a threat to the Chantry's faith, incited violence between the Kunari and the Kirkwall populace. Hawk knew that Patrice would bring about unnecessary conflict. Though the champion tried to stop her, Patrice orchestrated the murder of Seamus Dumar, a Viscount's son and a recent convert to the Qun. When her crime was discovered, a Kunari assassin killed her. After Seamus was murdered, the Arishok of the Kunari group lost patience with the humans of Kirkwall. They would now submit to the Qun or die. The Kunari struck hard and fast. They took the palace in Hightown and beheaded the Viscount to immediately quash any resistance. Aided by Knight Commander Meredith and First Enchanter Orsino, Hawk reached the palace and stood toe-to-toe with the fearsome Kunari leader. Hawk's ally, Isabella, was a notorious raider and ultimately responsible for the crisis. She had stolen the Tome of Khoslan from the Kunari, who remained in Kirkwall to search for it. Isabella returned the book, and Hawk let the Kunari take her prisoner as penance. Finally appeased, the Kunari returned home peacefully. Hawk saved Kirkwall and earned the grudging respect of the city's Templars, mages, and nobility, along with the title that history remembers, the Champion of Kirkwall. Kirkwall's problems were still not over, however. After Viscount Dumar's death, Knight Commander Meredith took power and blocked all attempts to appoint a new Viscount. Under Meredith's command, the Templars tightened their grip on the mages, planning to suppress what Meredith saw as a growing rebellion. Anders, who spent years fighting for justice and freedom for his fellow mages, saw that the time for negotiation was past. He destroyed Kirkwall's chantry, killing hundreds, including Grand Cleric Elthina. This single act began a rebellion that spread from circle to circle, until all circles of Magi had risen up in defiance against chantry rule. Though Anders had done the unforgivable, something stayed the champion's hand. Anders survived the day, although many others did not. Fighting spread swiftly through the city. Some mages rebelled openly, many of them succumbing to possession. Templars turned their swords on mages who rebelled, and on those who did not. As First Enchanter Orsino refused to bend to the Templars, Knight Commander Meredith demanded that every mage in Kirkwall be put to the sword. Hawk saved many mages from Templar blades, keeping them from succumbing to possession or the temptations of blood magic. In the end, however, Hawk was forced to strike down Orsino, who had betrayed his own values by resorting to blood magic himself. The battle proved one thing. Knight Commander Meredith had gone mad. Hawk saw the truth of it when Meredith unsheathed her sword, and the red lyrium idol from the deep roads was embedded within it. The blade fueled her hatred and paranoia, as it had for months. After a horrific battle, the red lyrium of the Knight Commander's sword consumed her as she died. Meredith became a statue, her face a frozen mask of horror. Little is known of the champion since that final battle. However, Hawk's story lives on in legend and song. Memories of the indelible changes the champion of Kirkwall brought to the face of Thedas. The Mage Rebellion in Kirkwall was felt throughout Thedas, the news spreading like wildfire. The Templars clamped down in response, but each new restriction only made things worse. Led by Grand Enchanter Fiona, the mages voted for independence. The Circle of Magi would govern itself, without the Chantry and especially without the Templars. The result was cataclysmic. 2 circles were destroyed. Those within killed to the last mage, before the rest fled into the wilderness. Perhaps the mighty Empire of Orlais could have intervened in the war before it began, but that was not to be. Grand Duke Espard began a deadly civil war against Empress Celine, vying for the Orlesian throne. The mages were offered safe haven in neighboring Ferelden, but the Templars followed, and so their battles spread across all of Thedas. As head of the Chantry, Divine Justinia ordered the Templars to stand down. They refused, declaring their own independence. Thus, the war began in earnest. Templars hunting mages, mages fighting Templars. Their clashes wreaked untold destruction. All sense of order was falling to pieces. Divine Justinia made one final desperate bid to end the war. She approached the leaders of both sides and convinced them to come to a conclave held on neutral ground. With the Chantry to mediate, mages and Templars will talk for the first time since this all began. It is our last, and perhaps our only, chance for peace.
Okay, so that's the video for what my world state is. And dang! Dragon Age 2 sounds like it was not messing around in the slightest. I remember watching some of my friends in high school play some of that, because that's just how long it's been, but dang, man. Woo! So, I already did my outro. I just was going through the process of trying to figure out how to actually get this into my game, and then saw the play button, and was like, oh yeah! After making y'all sit through 40 minutes of me yelling at the website for its choices being stupid, I might as well also have you see the video with me. So, now it's the end of the video, for real this time. Later.